Spring Breakers has quickly become one of 2013's most controversial movies, mostly due to the casting of former Disney stars Selena Gomez and Vanessa Hudgens, Ashley Benson from ABC Family's Pretty Little Liars, and Rachel Korine, the director's wife who is 13 years younger than him. However, Spring Breakers is also notable for being the most successful movie from director Korine Doc, who has been a divisive figure in the world of cinema since he appeared on David Letterman with a suit that was way too big for him to promote 1995's NC-17 rated Kids, the first movie he wrote.
I think maybe you take a 38 medium.
When I first saw it, I actually thought it was real. I thought it was a documentary. Didn't realize it was a movie. It was kind of I guess a look inside of teenagers' lives. It was so much about what teenagers do, and I think that was what was the most interesting aspect of that movie.
But is Korine really a filmmaker who has developed a new form of cinema by focusing on images over narrative, character, and themes, or is he simply attempting to shock audiences into watching his films? This is Cal McHugh with Korine, cinematic entrepreneur or empty provocateur. To begin, we must first ask, what makes a movie good? I'll let Mr. Phillips answer that question.
A good movie starts with good writing. As they say, if it ain't on the page, it ain't on the stage. Then, directing is very important. And then, casting. I would say those are the top three elements, and in that order, that makes a movie a great movie. And sound quality is very important because it enhances the mood of any particular scene. A good marketing campaign will help a movie get seen, because if it doesn't get seen, what good is it? For a drama, you have to have believable characters, and characters for whom we are sympathetic, characters that we believe in, characters that we want to believe in, people that we can relate to. People are put in a situation that we can relate to on some level, some sort, and someone that we're rooting for. But I also don't like standard template characters.
However, there are contradicting theories on what makes a movie good. Here are a couple. First up, I'll be discussing Gummo in order to decide if Korine is truly a cinematic entrepreneur or an empty provocateur.
I love my little rooster and my rooster loves me. I'm gonna cherish that chicken neath the green bay
Gummo,
tree.
Korine's directorial debut, has been called the worst movie of 1997 by some critics, but it has been championed by acclaimed directors Werner Herzog and Gus Van Sant for its innovation. Director Werner Herzog especially made note of the piece of bacon that was taped to the bathroom wall. Gummo attempts to illustrate life in a trailer park by using images and somewhat connected vignettes. Detractors of Gummo have criticized it for being one scene of cruelty after another, and that there is no point to the movie besides to shock audiences.
And I love my little duck and a duck.
I watched the entirety of Gummo, and I can safely say that yes, it is pretty much a series of connected scenes with very little narrative, and there is a lot of shocking content in the movie, but fortunately or unfortunately, I'm pretty desensitized, and also there really is no emotional stakes whatsoever to the shocking moments, so they don't really add up to much. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't pay to watch the movie. I just found it streaming on some random website. I think if I had paid to watch it, I would have liked it a lot less, and already I don't really have a high opinion of it. So, that being said, even though I didn't particularly like the movie, I'm still gonna give Harmony Korine the status of cinematic entrepreneur because he tried to do something new and interesting, and even though it wasn't all that successful for me, it was still something different. Next up, we'll be skipping Harmony Korine's follow-up to Gummo, Julian Donkey Boy, because I'm pretty sure I couldn't handle watching a movie like Gummo again, and so we'll be skipping to Mr. Lonely. Mr. Lonely is about a Michael Jackson impersonator that meets a Marilyn Monroe impersonator who takes him to a commune for fellow celebrity impersonators who are attempting to build a stage so that they can put on the world's greatest show. Also, there is a subplot about nuns who jump out of airplanes without parachutes, but are able to survive because they are pure of heart. I did have to pay money to watch Mr. Lonely, but I actually enjoyed it a lot more than Gummo. For instance, there was actually a narrative, and I liked the message a lot that loneliness doesn't come from not being around people, but from not understanding the world. And though there was one part of the movie that really only existed to be shocking, I enjoyed it. I actually think it was a good movie, but I wouldn't call it the work of a cinematic entrepreneur. I'm gonna skip the next movie by Harmony Korine because I'm pretty sure it's so inappropriate that I can't even mention its name. And so we're gonna go to Spring Breakers, which I actually didn't see, but I interviewed some people who did. So let's see what their opinion is.
Well, as a girl, it's kind of stupid, I think. Really stupid. Because, I mean, it's just girls running around in bathing suits.
My spring breaks have never really gotten that wild, but I'm sure for some people, that is what a spring break would look like.
Yeah, it was entertaining.
It was awful. Do not see it. It was terrible.
Yeah, I liked all the action scenes in the movie. It was really actiony. There was explosions everywhere, car chases.
It was a waste of my 2 hours.
Do you think that it was...
When you look at it, Spring Breakers really was a deep philosophical film.
I hated it, and it was stupid, and it was pointless. And they shouldn't have made it like a movie.
Though critics have claimed that Spring Breakers is monotonous,
It's cool for the first 3 seconds, and then it's just like the same thing for like, I don't even know how long. Yeah, I got bored. I was like...
Yeah, it's kind of the same scenes for a lot of the movies, just like parties where nothing really happens, so it's a little bit repetitive.
Harmony Korine could have been using that repetition in order to show just how boring the hedonistic lifestyle behind Spring Break really is.
I think it could be a critique of that. I could see that. The feminine fatales.
No. Because not everybody is like that, you know. Some people go on family vacations.
Actually have fun.
Yeah,
not steal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I see where that's coming from, and actually now that you point it out, I could see that. It's just like, depending on which way you want to look at it.
Either it was his intent or the film editor was really bad, so hopefully it was his intent.
Harmony Korine has stated that he set about making a movie about the girls who go to Miami for spring break, totally debase themselves, and then go back to college like everything's fine and nothing's changed. From what I've heard, Harmony Korine did not make this movie. Instead, he made a movie about girls who try to make spring break last forever, which is a much more exploitable subject than girls who blow off steam for 1 week and then go back to studying. I think Harmony Korine did this to get more attention for his film, and that this is the work of an empty provocateur.
I wouldn't say most people want a week of spring break and that's it. I think if people have the option to like go on an unlimited like spring break where things in the world that they left like stay stagnant, that could be, I think people would take that.
I think that there definitely is the aspect of like the spring breakers not wanting it to end, and I think that's very realistic, but the extent to which he went to prove that went really far from any sense of reality.
It was too exaggerated, and there was a certain point in the film where it just wasn't realistic anymore, so that's why I didn't really get anything out of it.
But do you think it was manipulation or?
Of the audience?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it was just kind of like, it kind of like lost the point during the movie.
I guess the message in this documentary is that sometimes young artists like Harmony Korine find themselves having to work within the system and maybe losing a part of themselves in the process. As we close this documentary out, here's some fun facts about Harmony Korine.